Good morning, beautiful people. So today I'll be getting ready to go out. So I would like to do a full face of makeup, almost like a soft glam. And so I'll be doing a detailed eyeshadow series, and I'll start out with a soft smoky glam this morning. So stay tuned. Welcome back to Jess Althea's channel, where we're gonna take it places. All right, so let's prep my face and get right into this video. Okay, I'll be doing my toner, and this morning I'll be using the e.l.f. Supertone toner. I have a little bit of texture, and so I'm gonna be using this toner this morning. Customarily in the mornings I would use the Dickinson Witch Hazel toner, which is a little bit more mild, but this morning when I washed my face I had a little bit of texture, so I'm going to go right ahead and use this now, and it will just stay under the makeup all day to manage that issue. Alright, don't forget your neck. Alright, I'll be moving pretty quickly until I get to the eyeshadow, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to be using my e.l.f. moisturizer, and you've seen this before if you've watched the channel. It's the Holy Hydration Hydrogel Moisturizer, and all the products will be listed below in the description box. It's wholly hydrating. My face was a little bit dry this weekend. I think I need to drink more water. Sometimes when I'm home, I forget to hydrate myself adequately, so don't forget to drink water because it manifests on your skin. All right. Next step is sunscreen, and again I have my Super Goop Unseen sunscreen. This one's about to finish. Let's see what we can get out of it. Oops. I'm gonna apply generously. All right. Just put the excess on my hands. Any exposure in the neck, I try to cover that as well. Especially if I know if I'm going to be out and about a little bit, so I ensure that all the exposed areas are covered, and I use a different sunscreen for my arms. All right. Then we'll move right into priming. Again, priming is a step that is important because it helps to lay the canvas for your face. Apart from moisturizing, it helps for your products to adhere to your skin, especially your foundation. And so today I'm trying out a new product. It's the Milk Makeup. I think it's called the Hydra Grip Primer. So yes, it's the grip primer, and so here's what it looks like. And so I'm trying new products, so when I'm trying new products I buy the sample size or the travel size so that I don't invest in something that I don't thoroughly enjoy. So I'm just going to squeeze a couple of drops on my face, make sure that I place it in the T-zone because that's where I tend to get oily most, and I don't want the foundation to slip off, so you want it to adhere. Again, I explained in another video, much like the paint primer, it helps to bring the canvas to a state where the paint will adhere and shine through, and the paint in this scenario is your foundation. All right, it's a little bit tacky. And we'll see how this works, because customarily I use my staple LA Girl Pro Primer. So yes, it's tacky. So let's see how that will work. So today for foundation, I'll be using the L'Oreal Infallible Stick Foundation. And I have 2 shades. I'm going to be using 604 and, sorry, I'll be using 408 and 409. 409 is closer to my skin, and I just put a little bit of 408 in it because this one's a tad dark. In fact, it seems to be fine now that the sun is coming out. So let's see how it does without me adding the lighter shade. Because as you know, in the winter time, our skin tends to be a little bit lighter. And then in the summertime, when you're exposed more to the sun, then you need a different shade to match your skin because your skin has become a little bit darker. All right, so I'll be using my round brush, and this is a buildable foundation, and I'm going for more of a medium coverage today. Not a full beat, just a medium coverage. And just blend it out. Make sure you cover your neck. Behind your ear, so that you have a smooth finished look, natural as your face looks as much as possible. Cover your nose, and then for the forehead, and excuse the head tie or tie head or whatever you want to call it, the scarf. Trying to preserve this hairstyle. I'm giving my hair a rest. I'm gonna add a little bit more. I don't know why I'm so slow, because I feel like I'm gonna be late for church today doing this, but let's get this done. All right, and so I'm gonna be adding my concealer, and I'm gonna be using this NYX HD primer, and I'm also gonna be using a tad of my Tarte Shape Tape. And again, all these products will be listed in the description box below. Just a little bit, because this is really bright. Just to brighten up the under eye. I don't think I slept very well. All right. So I'm gonna be bringing this a little bit over my eye, up to my eyebrow, over the eyelids as well, just to start the base for the eyeshadow that I'll be placing. You bring it up, you start contouring your face somewhat. So put some over here. I may need a little bit more. Let's just go right ahead and put a little bit more, so that you can get some for eyelids as well. All right, so you just lightly tap it in. You don't want the product to come off your face, but you want it to do what it's supposed to do, conceal those dark areas. and tired looking eyes, as the word suggests. It conceals. And usually a different texture from your foundation, so it's a little thicker usually, and has a more tacky consistency for that concealing effect. All right. And having placed the concealer, I'll go right into putting my powder on, and you know my combination powder of my airspun powder with the Revolution banana powder. It's right here mixed in. It's a little bit full, so I have to be careful. Just put my beauty blender in, and this is a Real Technique sponge, not the actual beauty blender. And I just tap the excess on the back of my hand because I don't want it to be cakey, just want it to be light so that the concealer doesn't move. I'm gonna put some over the lids as well. Again, I'm already preparing for my eyeshadow. And then I'll just go right ahead and start with my reverse contouring by just putting some on my cheeks as well, so that when I put my bronzer on, that will already be in place. And that's my smile lines. Yes, they say that I smile, but they're the bane of my existence because they tend to crease and the makeup tend to go in the smile line. So I try to put a little bit of powder here so that the foundation will stay in place, but over the course of the day it tends to crease on me, so I'm not gonna die on that mountain today. All right, I'm gonna be doing my brows. I'm gonna place some thicket. Just so that the hairs will start laying down, and I try to go as much as possible in the direction for which my brows grow. And then the front, I tend to just go straight up a little bit, just to give it a little bit more corrector here. And then I allow that to stay on for a tad. Just hold. All right, so that has been on for a little bit. So I'll use my spoolie just to keep it in place and just to continue shaping. And hold a moment, I'm gonna get a mirror so that I can actually see what I'm doing with my brows. So I came back with my mirror. I did my first brow off camera, and so I'll do the second one. I have this mirror here that I'm going to just look in while I do my brows. So you go under with light strokes, draw a line underneath the brow, and then you go in with light strokes, upward strokes, just in the direction for which your brows grow. Try to make it match as much as possible. As they say, brows are more cousins than twin sisters. All right, I'm just gonna put a little bit more up so that I have a nice defined pencil. And again, I'm using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, and the shade will be listed in the description box below. So I go over the top and just to continue to form that brow and just to neaten the top so that I don't have to use the concealer. And I go in with the spoolie end and just blend it in. All right, and I think I'm done with my brows. There you have that. All right, and so I'm gonna move right into doing my eyeshadow. So today I'll be using my go-to BH Studio Pro palette. Again, I've had this in my collection for quite a while. And I'm not throwing it out. I am not throwing it out. It's my faithful. All right, so we're gonna use some of the browns. So we're gonna just do a little cut crease and just a basic cut crease. So I'm gonna go with a fluffy brush. Let me use this small fluffy brush, and I'm gonna start with, I'm gonna start with this color right here, help to form a base, and tap, tap, tap. And you're trying to get, so you're trying to locate the crease, and I have like a hooded brow, and so I try to get into the crease and just a tad above the crease so that you can actually see the eyeshadow. And then I'm gonna go in with another brush into a darker color. Let's see which one we're gonna use. I have a little bit of red, so I'm just gonna go with this one that's a little bit red. They're quite bright, so you have to be careful. All right, so you just start right here and blend in and just stay right in the crease. And then just blend, blend, blend. And then with the other brush that you had before, just try to merge those two together. And then I'm gonna go in with a slightly darker brown. Let's see, I'm gonna go in with this one. Just right in the crease, and you really have to be careful. And this is a pointy tip. It just gets right in the crease. And then you just shear that out. I'll clean it up at the end, so you can just bear with me. All right. And then I'm gonna go in with a flat brush. Just have a little product on it, but don't mind that. And I'm gonna go in with one of these lighter shimmers. I'm gonna actually mix it. I'm gonna be mixing this. Let me see what that one is. Yes, so I'm gonna be mixing this and the white just to cut the crease. So you cut the crease from inside, and you can put a base on, but today I'm running super late, child. So I will not be doing a base. And you need this for precision. Sometimes time you may need to actually wet the product so that you can actually see it coming up. All right, and then I go back in with brush just to blend those two products together. All right, so I'm gonna just do the other eye off camera and just so I can quickly wrap this up. All right, so I finished the other eye off camera and I added some lashes. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of mascara just to blend the lashes together. All right, and so I'm gonna just finish up the under eye. I'm gonna be using a pencil brush. It's just a tiny brush, or let me see if I have a smaller one. Just hold your pencil brush or a small shader brush. This is a pencil brush or just a small flat brush. And I'm gonna go into the dark shade right here and just shade in underneath. And then go into the lighter shade and just bring that together. So I'm just pretty much stacking the shades that I used initially on the lid, under the eye. You can use an eyeliner, but I prefer to use the powders for this step. All right. And I'm just gonna use a little bit of concealer just to clean the sides up. Just gonna put some on the back of my hand, like so. And I'm gonna use a small mirror so I can be detailed in what I'm doing. All right, I'm just gonna use a blue beauty blender just to tap that in. All right, and then I'm just gonna finish up my face. I'm gonna put a little bit of bronzer on. I'm just gonna go in with a darker shade bronzer today. I'm gonna be using this Full Spectrum CoverGirl. I think it's in the darkest shade. Can't see because I made my glasses. So let's just move on. There's a tad. Just a little bit higher. And almost like an E, you're just gonna do this. So that's how your bronzer should be going on. Just make an E. Again, I'm gonna go in with just a little bit of the powder. Just clean it up a bit. And I'm going to contour my nose. I'm just gonna use this angled shader brush. Don't want it to be too harsh because this one is really dark. just shade it in. Just use a little bit of the powder just to contour that. And then you just use your beauty blender to tap, 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 so it's not so harsh. All right, and that's that for the nose. I'm gonna do a little bit of blusher. I'm gonna use this Milani Cosmetic Luminoso. And it's gonna double as a blush and highlighter. I like my blushes to have some shimmery effect, so that put a little down my nose, just eliminate one step. Put a little bit on my forehead. Just gonna put a little bit right here. Right, and that's it. All right, just a little bit of lip action. Just gonna use this moisturizer for my lips, and then just gonna add a tad of this NYX Cosmetic Butter Gloss. I do have a lip pencil here. It's a brown that I got from the beauty supply store. So let me just put a little bit just to define my lips a little bit. All right, you also can do this little trick of doing a tad concealer. Too much. I'm gonna add a little bit of pink to that. Hold a second. It's this NYX Power Puff. Squeeze it up. And there you have it, guys. Take this off. Got a little bit of edge action going on. So there you go, have it, guys, how I obtained this look. So thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Tell me what you'd like to see. If you want more explanation on the things that I just did to achieve this look, just let me know in the comment box. If you have some questions for clarification of what I did, what I did, some of the things that I did in this look, just let me know below. Please, let's engage in the comment box. So again, like, share, and subscribe to Jess Althea's channel. See you later. Bye, guys. Have a blessed day.